Hey everybody, welcome back! We're doing another episode of DOKI Literature Club.
Hello.
And apparently we're going to do it on the Sayori route. I guess Monica wants us to read our poems now. Why don't we share our poems we wrote now? Yay! Oliver, I can't wait to read yours.
Well, yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem.
Read it. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah, I did. Yeah. My relaxation ends.
It's like, oh shit.
I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing.
Oh, come on, dude.
I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never really done this before.
Oh, I just skipped a line.
Oh well.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically. That's your line, my bad.
Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pulls out their poems. Sayori's is a
Dude, stop having a stroke.
Sayori's is a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself.
So whose poem do you want to read first?
Probably Sayori's.
Alright.
I'm definitely most comfortable sharing it with Sayori first. She's my good friend after all.
Your good friend, sure.
Even though you've roasted her like so many times.
Oh my goodness. This is so good, Oliver. Because we catered it to her last time.
Eh?
I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer.
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. She's so clueless.
Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Oh god. Maybe even Natsuki's. Wow! He's really roasting her out here. Are you sure you don't like it?
Your opinion sucks!
Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Huh? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's an Oliver poem! And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest.
Okay, can I have my poem back now?
You're so weird, Sayori.
I know. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room.
Wait, you're in the club?
Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Oliver. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here.
I'm just here for the women.
Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined.
Aw.
Knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then.
The lighting in this room sucks. I'm sorry. Yay! Now you'll read my poem too, right?
Oh,
Ready
dear.
to read a poem?
Oh well.
Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Oh my god, get away. Go away. Freaking antivirus shit.
Should I be concerned?
Just read your line.
We'll see about that.
Let's read a poem. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me. Kissing my forehead. My forehead? Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? No. Sun's just like, fuck off. Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Fantastic. I love it.
Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this hour to write this?
No! Just a little bit.
You can answer just a little bit to a yes or no question.
Well, looks like I just did. I forgot to do it last night. Me too, Sayori.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Damn, dude. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Dude.
Oh, wait, that part was hilarious.
I want breakfast! So what'd you have for breakfast? Did you make breakfast?
Yeah.
Dude. Stop, you're losing your mind.
I want breakfast. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem.
Of course it's not. You're cracking up like a walnut.
It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
It really does. Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school.
It's bad to skip breakfast. Well, then why'd you make eggs? You could have just grabbed a piece of toast and left. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it.
Who's next?
Natsuki then.
Alright. Let's do Natsuki. If we didn't cater to her at all, she's gonna hate it. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you.
That's a little blunt.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. Damn.
I mean, it was mainly towards Sayori. So,
oh my god, this line.
So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste.
I just spit. Do you want to get smacked?
I'll pass.
Huh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it.
It's gonna be keys and rainbows.
Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. This poem is over. Go away. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it.
I like it.
Really? What? Just be honest.
I'm not.
Did you really hate it?
It's really short and it's very boring too.
Just people can do things.
Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, I didn't like it, so...
Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. That's actually a really good point.
Yeah.
So people don't even take my writing seriously.
I mean, I can see why. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid.
Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you can do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it.
Yeah, I understand.
It hit you hard, doesn't it, when I said eagles can fly? Like you totally didn't know that. It just blew your mind, didn't it? But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it for a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling of the last line. Does it, though? Your last line was, that's about it!
So you did. I guess more went into that, into it than I realized.
That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you?
Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I didn't really care how old everyone is, but...
depending how old you are, maybe you should.
But if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Yeah, I mean, yeah, like...
Yuri, I guess.
I mean, if Natsuki is like a minor, it's like, uh-oh.
I think they're all minors.
Especially the main character, I hope. Yuri stares at the poem.
Oh, so you hate it.
A minute passed, it's more than enough time for her to finish reading.
Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking.
It's fine. Don't force yourself.
I'm not. I just need to put up my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay, this is your first time writing a poem, right?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it.
Ah, so it's that bad.
Yes, pretty much. No! Did I just raise my voice? Sorry.
Yuri buries her face in her hands.
She's got a weird looking face if she's burying it in her hands.
I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine, I really didn't notice. What were you saying?
Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. Yeah, it sucks. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter and they form-fit the two together. The end result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Oh, how would you know? I guess she's been writing a long time.
Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes.
Doesn't make her an expert.
Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
That is if she sounds like an angel. She's just like an angel. Of course.
With all the women.
That's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the clubs gives you valuable feedback. Sayori didn't. Her opinion sucked. Natsuki can be a little bit biased, though.
Biased? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, or me, or to Natsuki.
Just basically anyone other than Sayori or Monika's, because they don't deserve apologies.
I want breakfast. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club?
Oh god.
Ghost Under the Light.
It's not you don't read it, I do. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. God, your writing is so complicated I can't even read it. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. What does that even mean? I'm sorry, I have such terrible handwriting.
That's not terrible handwriting.
It's cursive.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read. That's because it was weird and I couldn't understand shit about it. What the heck is this ghost under the street lamp thing?
Well, I just don't read a script. I'm having a stroke here. Well, I just don't read script very often.
That wasn't script.
I actually think your handwriting's pretty. Okay, simp.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Okay, simp. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
Not at all.
I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I want to write something a little more mild.
Mild?
Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Oh my god.
That was supposed to be easy? I'm almost positive your next poem will be more easy to read than that pile of garbage.
Are you into ghost theory?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. It's called Ghost Under the Light! What do you mean it's not about a ghost?
Really? I must have totally missed the point. Yeah, I think so.
Well, I suppose you did only You just said it took a long time to read it! But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of a poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
It's nothing, really. Oh, really then? Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too.
Oh, yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying.
I'm counting on you. I better do a fucking good poem next time, then. Gee, there's so many great choices.
Monica. Yeah, hi.
Hi, Oliver. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, like kiss me on the lips. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
He's the ultimate introvert. Anyway, want to share your poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Don't worry, Oliver. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know.
What?
But it's that sort of barrier we'll all learn to get past soon.
I don't know if Osari was embarrassed.
No, she wasn't.
I
want breakfast!
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, it's your line.
I hand Monica my poem.
I like this one. Makes me think of something Sayori would like.
Is that so?
Do you want breakfast too?
Yes.
You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different.
How different?
Not that different.
Well, that may be the case. But maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Oh yeah? Even if you show in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when I read your poem.
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
Probably not as much as Yuri is. I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness.
And depression.
And loneliness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? People with depression.
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up... Oh, that's you.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Okay.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? We've been talking for far too long. Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. It's like me being the ultimate extrovert at home, but introvert everywhere else.
I see. Well, let's read it then.
Finally. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun, but it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Searching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in at me, looking out at him, looking in. I think I read a little bit more than I needed to.
Wait a second. This kind of like...
Is
she self-aware of something?
So, what do you think?
I feel like he's self-aware of something. I can't put my finger into
Who are
it.
you?
It's interesting. Freeform. If that's what you call it.
Stretching forever into everything infinite.
Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. I spent no time. I just read it like a million miles an hour. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
What was the inspiration behind this one?
Good lord. Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I've had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yes, it's called writer's block. Literally every writer gets it. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Alright, bye.
Ew.
That took us 20 minutes.
I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
That's because they are.
Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs.
No, they're totally just being nice. Your poem sucked.
This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting.
Like they were yesterday?
My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems.
Oh boy, I can't wait to have a conversation with myself.
As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
Damn. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I can understand
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. Like what? Humph. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. But how many people? There are only 5 of you in the classroom. One person. Sayori liked it, and Oliver did too.
So it's 2 people then.
2 out of 5. Pretty pretty decent. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless I, of course, can come across something particularly inspiring, like Oliver, which I haven't yet. And Oliver liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
The music just cut out.
Oh,
I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what you're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Doors were closing on their own in the background. Maybe you're just jealous that Oliver appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was that full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Damn! Is everyone okay?
Sayori, get out of here.
Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grow a size bigger as soon as Oliver started showing up.
What?
Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you! I don't like fighting, guys! Dude, read your line.
What the heck? Suddenly both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there.
I was listening the whole time! Oliver, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true! She started it! If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place! What is the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? Then maybe you should jump out at the rear and not force them to have to figure it out! Help me explain that to her, Oliver! Wait. There's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meanings the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Oliver? Well...
How did I get dragged into this in the first place?
Because you eavesdropped, you asshole.
It's not like I know anything about writing. But whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. I'm picking hell. Help me, Sayori.
Help me, Sayori!
Natsuki? Natsuki glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead, I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defensive that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayori!
Huh?
Yeah? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayori uncomfortable. How can the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this?
Oliver? Well, that's her problem! This isn't about her! I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. You forced Oliver to do just that! You guys and your double standards. Yeah, unless Sayori wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your head. Everyone's so talented. So why are we fighting? Because... Well... Also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my.
And Yuri's poems are the same size as they always were. Big and beautiful.
Oh my god.
And mine aren't!
Sayori stands triumphantly.
I've done my good deed for the day!
Monica stands behind her with a bewildered expression.
Blah, blah, blah. I'll make some tea. Bye!
Yuri rushes out. Bye!
Bye!
Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president. I whispered to Monica. She nods in return.
To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing of me.
Yeah. It's not like I can blame you. I totally can. I wasn't able to say anything either.
Well, I guess that just means Sayori's amazing in her own ways, isn't she?
You could say that. She might be an airhead.
Damn.
But sometimes it's really suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. That is suspicious after all.
Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt.
That's a little suspicious, Monica.
Why? She's her friend.
That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monica smiles sweetly at me, haunting my stomach. Such a genuine person really does make a good president.
How many people can you have a crush on at the same time? Jesus.
He's a player.
He's a player? You know he's a simp.
A simp and a player. A simp player.
He's an incel.
Oh god. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more.
Alright, I think we should stop there. We're at the half-hour mark. And I feel like we've concluded a major part of the story. We read our first poems, guys. Good God, was that the first day?
Yeah, I think so.
Alright then. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. We will see you next week, because I'm not going to be in town this weekend. Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, bye guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.